Hey everybody, I am so excited to bring you 4 new Ellen Villa wigs today, and I think they did a really great job on these. In fact, 2 of them are going right into my personal closet, and I will let you guys try to figure out which 2 those are. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to give you my measurements, and then we're going to go through all 4 of these wigs, and I'm going to do a full review on each of them for you, including taking them outside and showing you the colors so that you can get a better idea of how they look in different lighting. All right, so my measurements, my circumference is 21 inches, ear to ear, I'm 12 inches, forehead to nape, I'm 13 inches, my face is 8 inches long, my forehead is 3 inches, my neck is 3 inches, and the widest point of my face is 10 inches. I give you all of those measurements so that you can compare your measurements to my measurements and have a better idea of how these wigs are going to fit and look on you. Now, if you don't know how to take those measurements, no worries. I have a video where I describe that to you in detail, and that'll be listed in the description below, so you can take a look at that when you're done taking a look at these beautiful wigs. All right, so we're going to start out with this one. This is Flo, and I'm wearing her in silver blonde rooted. I'm going to just spin, give you a look at all sides, and then we'll talk about her. Really pretty style with some light waves. She reminds me of Beltress Park Avenue. In fact, I think these could be sister wigs. Okay, so let's talk measurements for Flo. Her front is 6.5 inches. That makes sense since my face is 8 inches. Her crown, 10 inches. Her sides, 9 inches. Her nape, 8 inches. And she weighs just 3.8 ounces. She feels nice and light. Let's see how Ellen Villa describes this wig. They say, Flo is a medium-length wig with long layers and soft waves for natural movement and feminine style. Crafted from heat-friendly synthetic fibers, so this is heat-friendly, and their instructions say you can use to 260 degrees Fahrenheit in wet conditions, so they recommend that you spritz it with water or some kind of heat protectant. It's easy to style and maintain. The extended lace front, so I'll show you that here, and I think they did a great job bringing the lighter highlights to the hairline there. And provides a realistic hairline, while the monofilament part offers the appearance of natural scalp. This is a left side part, so hopefully you can see that there. And we'll take a look at the width of that monofilament to see how much room you have to change it up. With its light to medium density and open wefted cap, Flo delivers breathable, all-day comfort and effortless elegance. Okay, so let's talk color. On your Ellen Villa tags, you will see the color with some numbers underneath the color. And if you don't know how to decipher Ellen Villa colors, it is a little bit unique. I have a video on that as well, which I will link below, and you can go check that out. Their color names are not necessarily consistent in their look on different wigs. The color names are a general ballpark. The numbers tell you a little bit more. So this color is called Silver Blonde Rooted. It's rooted, and judging by the numbers, it's rooted in a 24, which is a golden blonde. The numbers on this are 60, which is almost a pure white, 101, which is a pearl platinum, and 24. So I imagine the 24 is the rooting, and we'll take a look at that outside. I would definitely say that this is a cool toned color. So if you're looking for something in the cool tones, this is a really beautiful one. And I also think it could be a transition to a gray. Even though it's a blonde, it's silver blonde rooted, so it does have that silvery look. It's a really pretty color. All right, let me show you the ear tabs and we'll look at the glasses. So here you go. You got great coverage here. And it comes to here. I have a little bit of a space there. Let me check behind my ear here. There's a little bit of a space there so that it won't rub and it'll be comfortable. But look at that. You get great coverage. And let me try on the glasses. Under the ear tabs. I would feel it under the ear tabs because that space is so small for me. Now remember, my measurement is 12 inches ear to ear, so it depends on your measurements. Over the ear tabs, no problem. All right, let's take a look at this color outside. Okay, so here you go. I love the sound of the outdoors in the morning. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But it does look like it's a blonde rooting, and you can see in here there is some blonde and some platinum and very light, cool colors. So I can see why they call it silver blonde rooted. All right, let's take a walk through the house. So you can see it, this is my kitchen lighting here. So pretty. Okay, so before we look at the cap, I just want to mention that you do get this high heat booklet in your box, and it tells you how to use heat. And this says a maximum of 130 degrees Celsius, which is 266 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't consider that high heat, but I would definitely recommend following the instructions. They know what heat you can use on this fiber and how much heat will work. So make sure you always check that with every brand of heat-friendly wig you get. All right, now let's take a look at the cap. I know some of the newer heat-friendly fibers, you can go up to 320 degrees Fahrenheit, so you really have to check that. Okay, so here you go. You have your extended lace front from ear tab to ear tab. You have your mono part, which is fairly wide, so you can part anywhere within here. I don't see permatease looking at the cap, and if there is any under here, it's not much. So sometimes it's difficult to tell. I just try to give you the best idea. Permatease is not necessarily a bad thing. It hides open wefting. It gives shape and structure to a style. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it if it's appropriate. Okay, so you have your ear tabs with your metal stays, really nice metal stays. You have an extended nape here and Velcro adjusters. And this was fitting me fine. I could have even tightened it a little bit. And the adjusters are all the way out, so there's plenty of room to go smaller. And there's stretch here. So I would say that this goes to average and even a little bit above average. A lot of people think Ellen Villa, because a lot of their, say, petite to average, don't fit a larger head. But if you've ever watched any of the videos I do with Sabrina, that's the educator from Ellen Villa, she has a larger circumference. I want to say it might even be 22.5 or 23 inches, and she has a lot of hair underneath, and she can wear these wigs no problem. So circumference is not the only measurement that matters. That's why you should know all of your measurements, but I like to give you an idea. So here you go. That's Flo in silver blonde rooted. Okay, next up is Vivi, V-I-V-I in coffee brown rooted. I'm going to spin for you and show you the style. Really cute. Nice length. Doesn't even hit the clothing. She's a heat-friendly style. She has an extended lace front. So hopefully you can see this here. And she has a center part. And again, we'll look at how wide that center part is. As far as her measurements go, the front is 4.5 inches. So if I wanted to wear a bang, since my forehead's 3 inches, I'd have to do a little trim, but this would definitely be a cute style with a bang. The crown, 10.5 inches. The sides, 6.5 inches. The nape, 2.5 inches, and she weighs just 3.4 ounces. Really adorable style. Again, she's characterized as light to medium density. I'm not feeling any permatease in here. These are nice for the summer because although permatease has its place in certain wigs, it can be warmer. All right, let's see how they describe this style. Vivi is a playful yet polished medium-length synthetic wig with side-swept bangs and soft layers that frame the face beautifully. So there are layers here. Hopefully you can see that. Made from heat-friendly synthetic fiber, and again the instructions are the same, 130 degrees Celsius, 266 degrees Fahrenheit, and in wet conditions. So she offers styling flexibility while maintaining a natural appearance. The extended lace front delivers a seamless hairline, and the monofilament part creates a realistic scalp appearance. Its lightweight wefted cap ensures breathable comfort all day. Okay, now let's take a look at the colors. The colors for coffee brown frosted, hopefully you can see that there, are 6, which is the darker side of medium brown, I would say, a 10, which is a lighter brown, and a 15, which is an ashier blonde, according to their charts. Now, if you go to their color chart on frannieshair.com, you'll see at the top not only the video that I did on explaining how their color system works, but you will see a chart that says 1 to 1B is black to soft black. 2 to 12 is brown, from darkest brown to lightest brown. So it'll give you an idea of what these numbers mean. Also, I want to bring your attention to something new on our website. We're continually trying to improve our website. Now, if you go to certain wigs, and these Ellen Villa wigs fall under that category, you not only see all the color variations, but we have categories. So you can select brown and it'll bring up all the brown colors, or you can select blonde and it'll bring up all the blonde colors for you. So it's just an added filter to help you in your search for a wig that's going to work for you. All right, let's take a look at the ear tabs. Here you go. And all of these wigs, by the way, are in their Perucci collection. So the ear tabs, again, fall in about the same place. Nice coverage. Hopefully you can see that there. And let me put the glasses on under the ear tabs. This time I can fit it under the ear tabs, but I think I would still prefer it over the ear tabs. I definitely would. And as far as fit goes for me, this is fitting me fine. I could even take it in a little bit. We'll look at where the adjusters are when we come back in from outside. Okay, so here we are. This is coffee brown frosted. I hope I said that correctly in the beginning. If I didn't, I'll put a note on the screen. It's not a rooted color, but it's frosted, so that little bit of blonde I think you get to see coming in there. It's easier to see in the lighting here, I would say. Okay, I'm walking through the house. See how it looks in this lighting. And you can have the bangs down or side swept a little bit, however you like. Okay, let's take a look at the cap. And because you have those ashy blonde highlights, I would say that this wig is actually on the cooler side as far as tone goes. Okay, let's take a look here. You have your extended lace front, your center part, and it's not that wide, so you're going to have to stay within that part there. You have your open wefting, your fabric ear tabs with the metal stays, a regular nape with Velcro adjusters, and the adjusters in a little bit on one side and not at all on the other side. Like I said, I could take it in a little bit. There's much more room to go smaller. Nice amount of stretch. I would say this fits the same as Flow and goes to an average and even a little bit larger. So there you go, Vivi in coffee brown frosted. Okay, next up is Jacky, and she's in the color Sahara Beige Rooted. It's 3 blonde colors, so your rooting is very subtle, and we'll talk about the color in a bit. Right off the bat, this reminded me of Sleek and Straight by Tressalure. They would be great sister wigs. She is also heat friendly. All of these, it turns out, are heat friendly. I should have said that from the start. But in any case, she's heat friendly, so she can be styled, she can be curled. And if you like bangs, here they are. So you can see here, you can wear a full-on bang, or you could have it swept a little bit. Let me just spin for you and show you the style. Really pretty. Love the feel of the fibers, really nice. All right, let's talk about Jacky. She's a bold, long, straight wig with full bangs and textured layers for a sleek, contemporary look. Made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, she lets you customize and style with ease. The extended lace front ensures a natural hairline. So here we go, which is really nice. A lot of times with the wig with bangs, they will forgo the lace front because you're going to wear the bang anyway. But this way you can still pull it back if you want to. And she doesn't have a monofilament part. The rooting helps to disguise that. So when there isn't a monofilament part, I like when the wig is rooted. Sometimes I'll even use a little powder to suggest that there's a scalp there. But she does have a monofilament crown. And they say that that adds realism, which I find that does add realism because there's a little less density right in the crown area, which is what you have with your natural hair. And it adds some volume at the top. Lightweight and breathable, and a wefted cap. She's perfect for daily wear. She feels very light and sleek. Her measurements, the front, 4.5 inches. So if I wanted to wear a full-on bang, you can see it's a tiny bit long. I'd probably just snip it a little bit. The crown, 14.5 inches. The sides, 13.5 inches. The nape, 8.5 inches. And she weighs 4.5 ounces. So again, for all of this hair, she doesn't feel heavy. She'd be great to put up. How cute would that be? Putting her up with a nice pair of earrings. Ooh, I like that. And because she's on the lighter side, density-wise, putting her up in the back, something like that, she won't be too heavy and pull the wig down. I find wigs with a lot of density, if I put them in a bun, I feel like it's going to pull my wig back, and I feel the need to use some adhesive or something just to make sure that doesn't happen. You won't have that with this wig. Okay, so let's take a look at the color here. Hopefully you can see that. The color is 26, 25, and 19. And looking at their chart, their blondes go from 14 to 25, 25 being the light golden blonde end. 14 would be dark ash blonde, so 19 is somewhere mid-range there. And then 26, which is in their range from medium gold blonde to red violet, and 26 is the medium gold blonde. It's the lower end of that range. So you have a light golden blonde, a medium gold blonde, and then something in mid-range between dark ash blonde and light gold blonde. So you have these 3 blondes coming together, giving you a really beautiful warm-toned wig. All right, let's take a look at the ear tabs. Here you go. Again, great coverage. Nice room here so it's not rubbing on my ear. Hopefully you can see that there. And let's put on our glasses under the ear tabs. On this one, I don't feel it, so I could wear it under the ear tabs and over the ear tabs as well. All right, let's take this little lady outside and look at the color. Okay, here we go. So you can see this is definitely a blonde. And even though it's rooted, It is very subtle. I'm gonna just spin. I don't know, there's something buzzing around my head here. To try to get you to see this in all lighting. There you go. I think you get a better shot right there. Good. Let me take you around. You see, you do have some lighter highlights in there, but definitely a warmer toned wig. All right, heading back in. I think I would definitely wear this one pulled back or up. So pretty. Or, you know, some kind of look off the face. And I think that the extended lace front and the ear tabs are done really well. Okay, so let's take a look at the cap here. You have your extended lace front, ear tab to ear tab. You don't have the monofilament part, but you do have that monofilament crown right there. And these have the felt or velvety ear tabs. The other one I think had a fabric ear tab, so that it's a little bit different. You have a regular nape here with Velcro adjusters, which are in a little bit, and I still felt like I could tighten it a little bit, so it can go smaller, it can go a little larger, and there's plenty of stretch. So again, this will go to average and even a little bit larger than average, and definitely smaller than the way I was wearing it. Okay, so that is Jacky in Sahara Beige Rooted. Okay, and last but definitely not least, this is Cookie. How adorable is Cookie? Oh my gosh. She's in the color Smoke Frosted. I'm going to spin and show you the style. I love all of this in here. Adorable. All right, Cookie is described as a medium length shag wig, and I love shags, with tousled waves, choppy layers, and plenty of attitude. And you could really play with her. You could do so much. You could even pin her back a little, wear a headband, so much you could do with her. She has a heat-friendly fiber, so all of these wigs today are made from a heat-friendly fiber. And she has an extended lace front. There you go. Take a look at that there. So they brought the light colors up to the front. You can see that there. And she has a left side part. Hopefully you can see that there. Left side monofilament part. Again, they say light to medium density. Is there permatease in here? I can't tell. If there is, it's not a lot. This style is just so adorable. All right, her measurements. The front is 6.5 inches. The crown, 8.5 inches. The sides, 6.5 inches. The nape, 3 inches. And she weighs just 2.7 ounces. She feels so light, so comfortable. Let's take a look at her ear tabs here. I like how the light highlights are there as well. Again, I have a nice space, not rubbing on my ears at all. And let me put the glasses on. We didn't talk color yet, but we're going to do that in a minute. Every once in a while, I just forget what I'm doing. Okay, under the ear tabs, I would feel that. Over the ear tabs, no problem. Okay, and the colors. Let's take a look at the colors here. So 38, 36, and 60. Now, if we go to the Ellen Villa color chart, grays are 36 to 61. So all three of these colors fall in that range. Now, 36 is the lowest percentage of gray in the blend, and 61 is pure white. So you have the 36, which is your lowest percentage, a 38, which is still on the lower end, and then you have a 60, which is almost a pure white. So those are the colors you see in here. And I actually think that this looks like a pretty natural gray for me. It looks like my hair. It almost looks like it has some brunette in it. And I'm not sure if it's the lighting, so when we take it outside, we'll look. But really, it's such a beautiful color. All right, now let's take it outside and take a look at the color. Okay, so here we are, smoke frosted. Look how beautiful this is. Look at the wig. I just love. It's like playful and dressy all at once. All right, we'll take her through the house. And this length could be so great on so many face shapes. The length with the volume. I have a few ladies in our Facebook group that wear a lot of wigs with this kind of shape, and I'm picturing it on them. I love getting to know everybody. And speaking of our Facebook group, if you haven't joined, come join us. We have a private Facebook group with thousands of ladies showing themselves in all different wigs, all different colors, sharing support. We have wig experts there to help you with any questions. It's so much fun. I hope you'll come join us. All right, let's take a look at the cap. Okay, here we go. You have your extended lace front, ear tab to ear tab, your side part mono. I think you have a decent amount of space there that you could change your part. Open wefting, your fabric ear tabs, a regular nape with Velcro adjusters. I could probably have taken this in a little bit, and it is pretty much at the ends there. So there's room to go smaller, and as far as stretch goes, a decent amount of stretch again. So I'm going to say all of these fit to average to even a little bit larger, and certainly could go to petite average. Wide range of sizes. Okay, so there you go. That is Cookie in Smoke Frosted. Okay, the fact that I put this back on, it's kind of a giveaway that this is one of the wigs going in my personal closet, but there's one other one here. See if you can guess. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, come over to our Facebook group. So much fun, so many answers, lots of support. And you can leave questions in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Also, we have a great service. If you are new to wigs or you just can't figure out what's going to look good on you, you're having a tough time with anything, measurements, style, features, anything, we offer free consultations at Frannie's Hair. There's no obligation to purchase. Go to our website, sign up for a free one-on-one video consultation, and our stylist will sit with you and take you through everything from fit to style, to color, to features. It's a great service, so make sure you take advantage of it. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.